Soapy. Oh, afternoon, everybody. Ahoy, hoy, it's us. Oh, afternoon. Right, come on, Andy, stop making cold old man noises. Gotta stop doing that. Super hard, thank you. Gotta stop making it. Oh yeah. Bird. Do this. Bird. Sophie. The problem is today is it's another cold day. But it's also I can't concentrate on anything today. Like I can't. I'm having one of those days where I'm not sure I know how to do my job. I'm not sure. I know my nose is really red. Yeah. I'm not sure I know how to do my job. I'm not sure I know how to fully adult today. I can't type. I've discovered that several times today. Yeah, just one of those days of just I've dropped everything I've picked up, nearly everything I've picked up. I've been hungry the entire day. I've been snacking on leftover Christmas food the entire day. And yeah, having it's a regular day. Yeah, just another regular day in the Bowed household. Oh no, migraines suck so much. It's terrible when you wake up with it. When you wake up with the precursors, it's just oh, here we go. Well, I had a bit of a day yesterday in that I got a really snippy email from one of my users, and I got really sort of unnecessary, full of really unnecessary tone from one of my users, and dragged him in an email to his and my line manager, and accidentally CC'd him in the email. So that was good. That was a thing that happened. Hey, pied wagtails, brilliant. We think we can hear pied wagtails in our garden. Yeah, that was fantastic piece of public aggressive. Was not the best piece of public relations I've ever done. Yeah, when you hit we've got a plugin. You can get a plugin for Outlook, and we have it installed on ours that stops you from hitting reply all. If you hit reply all, you get a box that comes up to go yo. If you do this, 15 people are going to get the email. Are you sure you want that? You can set it to one more than that, and you can set it to flat out deny, to completely hide the reply all button. If you have group policy in Windows on your Windows network and you're using Outlook, you can administratively disable reply all. Well, fortunately there wasn't any trouble because I was in the right, but yeah, I could have done without the user seeing me dragging him. But I didn't get where I am today by being tactful. Oh no. 5,000 people about a ham sandwich. Wicked. The best ones is when you get caught in the reply storm, when other people hit reply to go, I don't think this is for me. I don't think I'm involved in this email. Before you know it, there's 10, 15, 20, 25,000 people all chiming in about a sandwich. Yeah, absolutely. I don't need tact. I have Sophie. Oh, it's terrible. I forgot to tell you. my company's employed somebody called Sophie, and my colleague yesterday contacted me on Teams to say like, oh, Sophie's cool, and I thought he meant Sophie, and I made like a joke about, oh yeah, it's all fun and games until she bites your nose, and he was like, wait, are we talking about the same Sophie? EBD Ace. Oh, hang on. We've got stick business. We've got important stick-related magpie business. Oh, Sophie gets me in all sorts of trouble. Like the number of times I've had to explain to people that when I'm saying Ace, the number of times I've had to explain to people that when I say bird, I'm not using like outdated 70s slang for the female lady that I live with. Yeah, the number of times I've had to do that. Oh, see, she always goes away from stick jumping when I change to this camera. How we doing, bird? Bird popcorn. Hey guys, want to buy some popcorn? Right, now she's back in the... Hey sheep. What do you reckon? Yeah, got some special powdered popcorn. It's in really small bags. I always remember that thing about ages ago. I bought a tiny little weighing scale that you can measure like points of grams with, because if you've got a turntable, you need to work out the downward force of the needle on the record, and you do that by putting the needle on like the arm onto one of these little scales, so you can find out what your downward tracking force, to use the proper term, is. And so I bought one of these like tiny little pocket scales that you can use to like, it goes down to like 0.00 of a gram or something like that. You know, it's quite an accurate little thing. And for weeks afterwards, Amazon was offering me tiny little plastic bags and things like that. People who with your purchasing history also bought like tiny little plastic bags and like really weird little razor bladey things and that kind of thing. Like, Amazon thinks I'm slinging coke. Oh no. Look at this chunky bird. It was quite sketchy actually. It was one of those things of just like, yeah, there are two uses for these tiny little scales. We're going to assume you're using it for the nefarious one rather than the extremely square wood pigeon. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season for extremely square birds. Okay, does that go there? I mean, of course it does. It does go there. That's where that stick is. That stick is trash. Sophie? Yeah, a minute. No, I haven't found Stick. I've looked in all of the places that Stick could possibly be. I genuinely think either someone has stolen Stick or it's been hidden somewhere I don't have access to. There aren't any specific laws about aviaries in the UK. There are laws about building structures in your gardens. Like you can't, like, these are, I don't know, yeah. Yeah, yes mate, okay mate, yeah, of course we believe you. There are guidelines about structures that you have to hang on to, like whether or not it's a permanent structure and that kind of thing. yeah, with like a tiny little bit of the bottom of Y stick broken off or something. Yeah, so here's the thing about if you're making sheds, you have to be careful about the base, because if you do too much work on the base, legally it becomes a permanent structure rather than a temporary structure, and that, yeah, you need permission for that. But yeah, we looked into it before we built the aviaries, and yeah, if as long as it's wood and it's not like whatchamacallit, doesn't have like concrete foundations and that kind of thing, it's legit. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to Y-Stick. But as we've said before, we think it seems like Y-Stick is going to be like a ceremonial position. Like every year there will be a Y-Stick. There will be like this year's Y-Stick rather than a particular Y-Stick. Y-Stick exists within all of us. It's in our hearts and in our minds. Bird? Serious stick business. It's so weird the way it does, isn't it? It's just like, she just gets stuck in this little... Hammer work, Andrew. Well done. There we are. Is that where it goes? Are we sorted? Nope. What do you reckon? And also, I noticed we haven't made soup today. Come on, there's tons of blackbirds zooming around today. We've got big blackbird zoomy energy. Yeah, we haven't made soup today. Soup's off. Like they all clam up when the camera's on them though. Why stick designs? Right, here we go. Yeah, I did think about doing merch, but it was the idea of sort of like, as I've said before, the idea of monetizing Sophie, I can't do it. What's that shape? Rory. Like Rory and Connor both on full lurk mode. I mean, I am very protective about Sophie. Sophie's image, if you like. You know what I mean? I am very protective about soup ingredients. We've actually got beefs and all sorts. I thought I've seen Chonky a couple of times, but I've not. You know. Yeah, I am very protective about the things that come out of Sophie's mouth, if you know what I mean. Only because I am very conscious of the fact that it's important to keep her PG. Ace. Got a magpie. Correct. I'm very conscious of keeping her PG. Like I try not to even interact. Like sometimes people on Twitter will ask her something or quote tweet her, and if they've even got like a slightly spicy username, I try not to interact with them about it. Purely because I don't want. I've only had to issue a few settle downs. Years and years ago, somebody used one of Sophie's pictures as like part of an image macro for like something. Ooh, super hard, thank you. Used one of Sophie's pictures in like an image macro that was a little bit right wing, a little bit not okay. I mean, it wasn't so much right wing as it was not okay. It was an image that I didn't. It was a phrase that I didn't want over the top of a picture of Sophie. So I just had to. I just DM'd them and said, "Yo, look, I'm completely chill with you and everything, but could you just do me a solid to delete that tweet, please? Because that's not something that I would say, and it's not something that in character Sophie would say." But fair dues, they were completely chill. They were like, "Oh yeah, totally understand, no problem." Donk, and the tweet was gone, and that was the thing, And yeah, so I very rarely have to issue a settle down. But yeah, I mean, I'm certainly. I reserve my power to do that. Yeah, I think if you're chill with them, of just like, hey, yo, you've misread this. Yeah, you've misread the energy in the Sophie character. Can we not do this sort of thing? Oh, Sophie very much enjoys chum art. Yeah, very much. Chum art's the best. But yeah, see, that's another thing you see is I've never called it fan art really to speak of. I always try to. I don't like to. I don't like to think of it. I prefer to think of everybody who follows Sophie as chums rather than fans, because I'm not running a. I'm not running a sort of like. Yeah, brand is chums. Yeah. I think fans. Yeah, it doesn't describe the relationship I think we have correctly. I think chums is far nicer than fans. Oh, bless. Thank you. Oh, bird. What the hell was that? That was a weird noise. Yeah, definitely. That sounded like someone dropping like a shopping cart full of bottles onto something then for a second. There's tons of weird cheepy noises going on over there. Yeah, definitely. Now, male magpies and female magpies look pretty much identical. Well, not pretty much identical. Look identical. They aren't. Magpies aren't sexually dimorphic, to use the posh term. You can't tell whether they're male or female purely by looking at them. You can make if you see them side by side and there's one is physically bigger than the other one, then you can make a reasonable assumption that the bigger one's going to be the dude. But even then, that's not a given. We know Sophie's a female because she lays eggs, which is, a bit of a giveaway. But yeah, you can tell. You can send a feather off for DNA tests, and that'll tell you the gender of your bird. But yeah, there isn't a way to tell just by looking. Bird. Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, you can have the feather tested for like genetics and that kind of thing. Ah, see, you quite like that in there, don't you? Let me change cameras again. Sorry about all the camera changes today, gang. We've got a seed ball in the cuttlefish holder today, and it's doing business. It's doing business. It's frustrating and yummy. Yeah, one of those. It's a seed ball. Yes, I can hear tons of wild chonking in the background. There's quite, and so can Sophie. UBCC, oh don't. Yeah, just run this cotton bud around the inside of your mouth for a minute, bud. Really? Oh, that's a weird place to put a stick. But okay, I mean, you know your business. Send it off to 2021 and me or whatever it's called. Oh, I'm just warming my hand. Hang on one sec. Oh, bad. What do you think, bird? Yeah, exactly. I do. Well, we'll all learn about choices come Nestfest. We'll all discover her decorating choices. Ah, that's the no refill stick. Right, that makes sense when you say it. Oh, okay, that's a very small stick. That's a stick. Are you? Okay. Are you cleaning it off with your beak or something? That was weird. Ah, thank you. It's she. She is a female magpie. Bird. See, she's hanging around in the spidatorium quite a lot as well, because like the bottom bit of her bedroom, as you can see, isn't the insulated bit. So this is where all the spiders come from. It's only insulated in the top bit, like this bit here upwards is the insulated bit of her bedroom. Okay. Come on, bird. Oh, that's a good poo. That's an interesting poo. No? Okay. Now here's the lolly stick, remember? Okay. Right, gang, I gotta get back to work. Well, I gotta make some lunch and then go back to work. So, well, that's a nice pose, bird. Very noble. Ready? If you've just stumbled across this on Periscope and you'd like to follow Sophie on Twitter, her Twitter handle is @BreeSophieBree. There we go. We got a good card out of that. There we go. And there's also a Discord linked from her Twitter profile, if Discord's your thing. Or if you prefer, you can always Google Sophie the Magpie. Right, I'm going to get warm. Going to make some soup. And go back to work. Oh, it's easy. Cheers, gang. See you tomorrow.